Hello everyone. So today we'll discuss some tips on SSC exam. So a lot of people must have already given on 9, so I'm sorry I'm uploading this video a little late. For the people for 16th, still a lot of people have to attempt, and let's see how you can give the best result for SSC CGL. So basically there are 4 sections, as you know: quants, English, which is comprehension, and then GS and reasoning. So 50 each for all of them, right? So before discussing about how to attempt and everything and those all stuff, you should know that this is a written exam, and then there is OMR sheet given to you, right? A lot of people have made mistakes while filling the OMR sheet, and this can cost you a lot. So what you need to be careful is, this time there is no name section, just your ticket number or seat number, your roll number, and your question booklet number. So these three OMR you have to fill very carefully, and I'm not saying that you have to fill the other one wrongly or something like that, but yeah, you will be given around 30 or 20 minutes to fill this. So these three are very important, otherwise if you fill anything by mistake, so you're disqualified. Don't even try to use a whitener in the exam, even if the invigilator gives you, otherwise your paper will be disqualified. Don't try to scratch it off. So at least give lot of time to fill this before the exam. Don't quickly just go and try to finish this, because you know that if your exam is starting at that time, it will start exactly then, not before. So all you need to do is fill very properly, like carefully, slowly, just take time. And then before filling the question booklet form, because see, questions will be given after some time. As soon as you enter the hall, you will be given the OMR sheet, but the question will be given after some 15 or 20 minutes, and you will still have 5 minutes left to fill this thing. So before filling the question this form, just match your number with the OMR sheet, because your question and the OMR sheet will both have the same number. So before filling, just check it, because a lot of time there is several issues of this, and then slowly fill it. Don't be in hurry. If you have a time, so nothing be it like filling a proper OMR sheet and then not wasting your time to sit for the exam, which you will be disqualified for. So this is very important section. Do remember to match. So after you are done with this, there is no much trouble. There will be a certificate, like you have to sign or back of your OMR sheet, and those all things won't be much of a problem. The main problem is filling the OMR sheet. There should not be any error. If you use a whitener, you will be disqualified exactly at that point of time. There will be you go to forums, you discuss a lot of stuff, but yeah, there is nothing like that you will be selected for. Your OMR sheet will be rejected. Even while answering the question, like if you have questions and then 4 options are there, by mistake in the option section, if you mark 2 of them, just leave it like that. That question will anyway be wrong for you, but don't try to waste time asking for a whitener or maybe scratching that off. That question, if you have marked on the same OMR sheet, like if you have marked any by mistake for the answer section, it's fine. Don't do this in the this roll number filling section and this question booklet filling number and seat number section. This three properly in the answer sheet. See, during the exam, if you make any error by filling anything double, don't scratch it. Don't waste time in whitener. Do not use whitener. Even if the examiner gives you, you can do a research right now, spend some time and ask everyone, but don't use it that time. So remember, if you have done this mistake, don't waste, don't panic. This will be counted as 0 or minus 0.25, 1 by 4. That's fine. It's good to deal with. Anyway, there are 200 questions and most of them are solvable. There's just like few of them which is tough, or maybe that can come. So this is the basic funda. Do not mess up with this. You will be having round bubbles and no use of whitener, right? So So this is done. So another important thing is, a lot of people, because it's a 200 question paper, they are in a huge speed. The moment they complete, like for example quantitative aptitude, for the first time 250 question, they forget to see that after 50 questions there will be few questions for VH candidate, virtually handicapped candidates, and there will be few questions. So in a huge momentum of their speed while solving, what they do is they spend some time solving VH questions. So right now is the time. You already have ninth guys paper. Just go and see it. How is it? Where is the VH section? What is it? So you do not make that mistake. And it was there for the ninth people also. I hope so. This is not a big problem, but still, this should be there in your mind that you do not solve this question for VH if you are not there in the VH section, right? Another tip is, while solving the question, I know you are in huge pressure. So as this is a written pen and paper test, some people do, they have to mark third one, by mistake they will fill the fourth one, and they will keep on doing this and mess up their order. And if you lose marks, this is, SSC is not for just clearing the cutoff. You have to score a marks. If you are especially general candidate, you cannot just score 100 marks and then you can get the interview or good post, or maybe even get selected for the interview, and even getting selected for non-interview. It's a huge probability that you won't be selected by just clearing the cutoff if you are especially a general candidate. So do not do this mistake. Do not fill for third, fourth, because you're in huge speed. Relax. It's just you have to fill the correct one. Don't do that mistake ever. So my one more tip again is, while you are solving the question, for example quants, you solved its A. At that point of time, right, exactly at that point, mark on the OMR sheet and move on. Do not leave that I'll solve all this section and then I'll mark, or maybe leave in the end, because what happens is, once the bell rings and once the time is over, your paper will be snatched. So you won't even have that time to fill those. Plus that wastes a lot of time, your time allotment. You're marking here, you're accumulating all these things, and for 50 questions, if you have done all 50, it will take at least 5 minutes. You just download the OMR sheet and try to do this right now. All you're doing is wasting your time here. So exactly at the point of time you solve, keep your OMR sheet near your question and exactly mark it that time with the right number, right question, with thing in mind that you don't have to solve PH candidate questions. So this is there. Solve, mark, and move on. There is no coming back. There is not enough time to come back and think a lot. See, if you have a doubt, just mark it there. Don't mark it OMR sheet, but do not accumulate it. Like, do not create a bunch of 20 questions that you are going to mark and you are going to think that you will save a time. You are not going to save your time. Plus the chances is, if you are towards the end of your paper, your huge section which you have to mark could be snatched away. They won't spare any time. Do not go under any impression that they will give you, and you will lose a lot of marks there. So these are really important tips, because SSC paper is not really tough. It's very easy. You can solve anything, and you must have seen all those in your mocks, right? So one big question is time allotment. How much time? What is appropriate? What is your speed? So if you really need to score, and you must have seen in your mocks, I think so, on reasoning 30 minutes is more than enough, or 30. See, I'm saying here and there 4 and 5 minutes. GS, put 10 question. As you know what I have said, you need to solve GS, and if you don't even solve, mark it, right? Take risks, eliminate some options, take risks, and mark. English 20 minutes is perfect. For quant 60 minutes. All I'm saying is just giving you one baseline. You can, if you're good in quants, if you can solve in 40 minutes, you can put it to your reasoning or whatever. If you're weak in English, you can put it there. So basically, if you're whatever is going on from your mocks you can see this, but don't give much time to anything, right? Because what happens in SSC exam, if you have closely tried to decode the pattern, they may give you some solvable, very like very solving question, like बहुत सारे calculation करने होंगे, तो they will place that question in start or maybe like that. What you do, don't go with the fund of you have to solve this and then you have to move to the next. No, first see what are all are easy for you, जो आपको अच्छा लगता है, जो भी आपको समझ में आ रहा है, जो आपको बहुत इजी लग रहा है, वो सबको फटफट सॉल्व करते जाओ. क्वांट्स में स्पेशली, रीजनिंग में स्पेशली, बिकॉज देयर विल बी सर्टेन ट्रैप्स, कुछ ट्रैप होंगे, कुछ नए टाइप के क्वेश्चन होंगे विच कैन कंफ्यूज यू. कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा, मार्क एंड मूव, नहीं मार्क करना तो ठीक है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि यू शुड डू तुक्काबाजी टू मच, बट थोड़ा तो यू शुड डू, अटेम्प्ट्स होने चाहिए. और तुक्काबाजी का मतलब ये नहीं कि कुछ भी मार दिया, थोड़े जुडिशियस अटेम्प्ट्स होने चाहिए, थोड़े रीजनिंग होने चाहिए. जैसे कि अगर एक एलिमिनेट कर दिया, दो में कंफ्यूज्ड है तो मारो थोड़ा, मतलब क्योंकि एनीवे यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट सेलेक्टेड विद सॉल्विंग हाफ, लाइक 100 क्वेश्चन बना के 110 बनाया तो 5-10 गलत होने ही है, अगर समझ लो. बिकॉज यू हैव टू थिंक लाइक दैट. यू कैन नॉट जस्ट से कि जीके में एकदम मुझे आता ही है एंड ऑल स्टफ. सो थोड़ा अटेम्प्ट करो, थोड़ा स्पीड लो, एकदम सीरियल ऑर्डर में डोंट मूव इन सीरियल ऑर्डर, क्योंकि दैट विल हैम्पर अ लॉट. तो ऑल दोज थिंग्स आर देयर. So that's there, and refer our blog for arithmetic, algebra and geometry and rest other section, that will speed up your time. Okay, and if you have any question, just post in our blog, ask on our Facebook, Twitter, everything. I'm reachable, and this time allotment just fix to your own comfortable area. Okay, right. And remember one thing, in the GK or in the SSC exam, you need to take risk, because chances of penalties 1/4, but if you hit the right one you will be benefited. Especially in GK, if you don't know anything, still mark something, still try to take risk. Do not think if I know exactly this thing question I will solve right. See, maths, reasoning, English I can understand. English still you can take some risk in vocab and different section of idioms and all. Quants and reasoning, I agree, you should solve it because they are really not tough. Go and see the papers. But for GK, take risk, because just clearing the cutoff will land you nowhere. You're exactly wasting your time. So at least solve some 30 to 40 questions in GK. I know it's a very big thing, but once you will do the tukka and every stuff perfectly, your score will come beyond 20 in GK, and that is perfect, very good score. So take risk. That's all. So all the best to everyone. I think just relax, refer previous year questions, watch this video, watch the warning I have given you before filling the OMR sheet, because it's a 2-hour game. It can change everything, and one wrong marking can even cost you a lot, especially in the section where you have to fill your own details. Do not go with the intention of asking whitener and all. Using a whitener, you will be straightforward disqualified from the exam, right? And all the best. If you have any doubt, any question paper, any question which you are not able to solve, any topic which you are weak in, still there is a lot of time. Believe me, you can do best, and all the best for your exams. And do right, and do like this video if you like it, and ask if you have any doubt. Thank you. Bye bye.